Hello and welcome back to Iteration X. Today we're going to build a node by my own design where we will put a rack 1-watt booster kit inside a 3D printed case, and the idea with this is that it's going to be possible to haul it up into a tree by hanging it in these holes here. So one wire from each end up, and we can hoist it up into a tree. But this node will not have any batteries or anything. Since the 1-watt booster pack can be fed with 5 volts external, it will also feed the whole board here. So we're just going to use the 5-volt cable here. And the idea is that this node will be placed in a tree where I have a permanent power supply, and there will also be UPS power where this comes from, so I don't need any battery for this one. So the idea is that it's going to be a simple, easy node, and you can just hoist it up in a tree, and you need to have a cable down, of course. And the idea with all this was that I wanted everything to be 3D printed. As much as possible anyway, and I think I succeeded quite well. So let's get to assembling. First off is that we have a kind of baseboard here where we're going to place the rack unit to, and it's a click into place here. Okay, so we got it on, and you can also see here that there is dovetails, and those match up with dovetails inside the enclosure. So we're going to slide it with the antenna connector first in, and you can see from here's going to be an end connector in this end. So I don't want to risk the antenna to disconnect. So I made this antenna holder, or whatever you call it, and I can show you quickly here. You put on an antenna and it's gonna risk flexing, but with this one you slide it on and click it into place, and you're gonna have, you can see that it's already bending up a little bit, so it's already putting pressure on the antenna connector to keep it down. So that's a small, easy, it takes like 5 or 6 minutes to print this. So everything will be linked in the description. You can download everything, it's free to use however you want. So this is just one iteration. If you ever wonder why my channel is called Iteration X, and this is the reason. This is how many I made before I actually succeeded to get it to work. So I think it's really fun to design and reprint and design and reprint, and eventually you get quite bored of it, but by that time you actually have something to show for. So it's just really fun to iterate things. Just begin with a rough shape and then print it out and just redo it all the time. I love that. So this is not the antenna we're going to use here. So we're going to remove that again. But I don't have the final cable that I will use. So this is one PG cable. It's a standard industrial cable, and we're going to use this little stump here just to show you how I'm thinking I'm going to mount this. And also I printed a cable gland. This is not my design. It will be linked down below. They're really nice. It won't really be watertight, I think, but since it's going to be in the bottom, it won't be that much of an issue. At least it will be a drain hole here. Otherwise you could fill up once you have the cable through, you could fill it up with some silicone or anything. So what I would like to start with is to solder on this cable with this cable. So that's what I'm gonna start out with. Okay, so now we are done with the soldering. We got the cables here. So what we're gonna do now is to thread this cable gland on. I really hope, yeah, it went through. So this one goes through, and then we pushing this through. And to mount this, we are going to remove this screw here. So I'm pushing the cables through the hole. And we got the bottom lid here. So there we go. We can screw this on. Okay, so we got a tight fit here. I can't pull it through, so I think it's really nice. It can really grip the cable. I'm just gonna take it out, so I just want it to stick in like that, not more. Okay, so now we got the cable. And so we are connecting the power. You need to check for the connectors here. So those are on the back side, and it's just a push in, and yeah, it's a click and you got it in place. One thing I'm going to show you here is you got a jumper. If you're gonna run this module on like USB or solar and battery, and you're not gonna use the 5 volt here, you need to change this jumper over to the other side, like this. So now it's on internal power. So then the battery will help boosting the power levels here, and it will use the internal boards to do that. But I'm just going to use external. Also, if you check here on the back side, if we can zoom in enough, yeah, you got EX 5 volt, in the middle you got 5 volts, and in 5 volts. So that's basically just a jumper to combine either the internal circuitry or using the external circuitry. And we're using the external power option. So we got that. I'm gonna fix the zoom. And before we can push this in, we need to connect an antenna. And we're gonna try this. It's a very short end connector. I think I have longer if we get some issues with this, but I don't think so. And I got the holder on. Yes, so this is the trickier part, because you're gonna have to fish this out. First we're gonna remove the screw and the, what do you call them, washings. So you can see this gun got a already a O-ring on it, and those I've known they're really good, so never had any issues with those. Sounds like we got it out. Yep. So once you get it through, gonna need to make sure the power cable isn't in the way. And we can catch on to the dovetails here. You can see it's slid in really nice here. So there you go. I'm really proud of this design. Tell me if it's a really bad design or don't, but I think it's a really nice design. One thing I would add is that you should really clear coat this. I printed this in PETG or PETG, and I find that to be a very good material to use outdoors. I've never had to use anything else. That's what I'm using mostly. I've had things hanging out for years and never had any issues. So my plan is to, before I'm done with this, I'm gonna take it apart once again and clear coat the whole box of this. And I will also use silicone around the rim here to make sure that no water comes in. And also I was thinking to just make sure that nothing gets wet or anything. I'm gonna leave it open down here, but so it can breathe, because the temperature variations can cause issues too. So now to the issue that I need to loosen up the cable again. I also forgot, I got an O-ring that's gonna go in here. So here I got a 3D printed O-ring. I made it in TPU, which is a flexible material. This was in, I think it's 98 is the number, Shore number or something, but I recommend using like 85 instead, or 70. I don't know what they have, but this is a bit too stiff. But that's what we got right now. So I'm gonna loosen up the cable here again. So I got the O-ring in here, and let's try this again. This is actually the first time I'm even assembling it fully like this with a cable. So you are with me for another iteration. And hopefully this will work. The issue here is that the cable will spin while we screw on the lid. So I have to turn it a bit and then... Okay, so we got the lid on. I'm gonna screw in the cable gland here. One thing I will change is that the cable gland counter screw on the inside, it's touching the base of the board, so that's not really good. Either I'm gonna make the lid a bit taller, since I can't screw in the last few runs here, but that will be fixed before I release the video, so there will be updated files. I think mostly is that I'm gonna make this longer, and the lid will be available in different hole sizes, so you can use different cable glands, standard cable glands for cable up to this thickness. That's what I'm thinking. So that's basically everything. And my trusty alpha antenna can be on here. So the idea is just to hoist this up into a tree. It's a very compact, small solution. I really like this, and since I have the option to have power on the ground, that's really nice. I'm also thinking about using the same design and putting solar panels all around on the outside here in some way, or if there is a flexible solar panel, that would be really nice. Then we would have to make this a bit thicker so we could fit at least 2 or 3 18650 batteries in here. So I'm not really sure about that version yet, but this is my, well, not really final, but soon final. The link you will get in the description is the final version that will work. So I don't see a reason to power this up right now. I already did. And also on that note, I have checked the documentation, and I also measured the 3.3 volts and the battery charge current. So if you supply power with the 5 volts that we are doing right now, you're gonna charge a battery. So you can have a battery, but it's too small, so you're not gonna fit one in here. So that's why I'm gonna use UPS power at the power outlet instead. So you can do it whatever way you want to. So thank you for watching, and I hope to show you a video when I get this on the internet tree. And I'll see you next time. And please like and subscribe if you like my content. Bye bye.